Scarlett Johansson shares why she won't return in the MCU, despite rumors, and her reason might be stronger than Chris Evans' exit. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Please like, share and subscribe for more. For over a decade, Scarlett Johansson portrayed the charming, enigmatic, and deadly Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A fan favorite since the start, her run as Natasha Romanoff ended when she sacrificed herself on the planet Vormir in exchange for the Soul Stone in Avengers: Endgame. Now that the MCU is moving ahead with two of its biggest ever films, Avengers: Doomsday and Avengers: Secret Wars, there has been speculation about all the Marvel veterans who will be reprising their roles. Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans are two actors who Marvel fans would love to see again as part of the sprawling superhero saga. Despite rumors and reports of their return, both have categorically denied their involvement in the MCU after Avengers: Endgame. In a recent interview, Johansson once again remarked on her potential return while providing a good reason why she can't return as her fan-favorite character. However, the actress recently denied returning in a new interview with Interview magazine, along with Thunderbolts * star David Harbour. When Harbour remarked that she was the secret character and that Black Widow would be coming back from the dead, Johansson shot back. "While we lost a major character, her death helped bring back everyone who had disappeared by Thanos' snap." Knowing Marvel's penchant for bringing back dead characters via their multiversal logic, fans have been hoping that Johansson's character might be brought back via the same scheme. Scarlett Johansson joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2010's Iron Man 2, debuting as Black Widow/Natasha Romanoff in the franchise. Throughout her run, the actress remained dedicated to her role, eventually becoming a fan favorite with her portrayal. However, behind the scenes, actors part of such sprawling franchises often have to face several challenges in their personal and professional lives. Apart from not being able to say yes to other projects, they are also required to maintain their appearance and physicality throughout their contract. "If I come back from the dead, then half the world's population dies. Didn't you see Endgame, for Christ's sake?" That sums up why the Jurassic World star is not keen on returning to the franchise. However, it might also be because she feels cagey about her role, as she highlighted what it means to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for decades and not be able to change her appearance or even paint her nails. Meanwhile, Chris Evans also shut down comeback rumors recently, telling Screen Rant that he will not be returning in Avengers: Doomsday despite rumors and reports confirming his return. Well, ScarJo's experience of being part of the MCU was no different, as she revealed to David Harbour during their Interview magazine chat. "And if you're committed to 5.5 months of that, it's like, okay. I can't paint my nails, I can't get a haircut." These sound like silly problems, but your identity is wrapped up in this job for a long time, and if you're not doing engaging work as an actor, you feel a little cagey sometimes. Moreover, there were times when she ended up being used as a plot point to serve the storyline because of the enormous cast of such films. This not only takes the fun away from the job but also restricts growth, and it is understandable why actors like her and Chris Evans aren't keen on returning despite fan demands and huge paychecks. Scarlett Johansson teases a possible return to the MCU, not as Black Widow. This time she is hoping for a brand new and totally unexpected role. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Please like, share and subscribe for more. Although most of us have failed to move past Black Widow's death in Avengers: Endgame, the actress behind the role, Scarlett Johansson, seems to have bid adieu to Natasha Romanoff. So, while fans have been bugging her about the possibility of her return to the MCU, the actress has been dropping clear remarks about it. Scarlett Johansson has done it all, from sci-fi films to Oscar-nominated dramas, and even MCU blockbusters. But now, she has ventured onto a different path altogether. After decades of appearing on screen and sometimes serving as a producer, Johansson made a dazzling splash at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival with her directorial debut, Eleanor the Great. Trading her Black Widow latex suit for a director's chair, Scarlett Johansson made waves with her new film Eleanor the Great. But somehow, fans can't seem to move past her MCU role and wondered if she might consider returning to Marvel. Turns out, she's eyeing something exciting and totally unexpected. Once again, during her recent interview with Deadline, Scarlett Johansson clarified her plans for her MCU return as Black Widow. Turns out, while the actress refused to reopen Natasha Romanoff's tragic chapter, Johansson hinted at a new chapter in the MCU. Unlike Robert Downey Jr.'s return in a different on-screen role, Johansson hinted at direction. Yep, Scarlett Johansson seems to be open about the possibility of returning as a director to the MCU, rather than a dramatic superhero comeback in her red wig and butt-kicking action. While chatting about her can debut, Eleanor the Great, Johansson made it clear that she would love to direct a Marvel movie that comes with real emotions and human messiness. Meanwhile, let's talk about Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut. Eleanor the Great, starring June Squibb in the role of the 94-year-old lead, Eleanor Morgenstein, narrates the heartfelt tale about friendship and human connections. At its core, the movie is about Eleanor, who is forced to return to New York and move in with her daughter Lisa, Jessica Hecht, after spending most of her life with her best friend, Bessie, Rita Zohar. I think the movies that I like that are big action movies also have the human connectivity piece. Even producing Black Widow and being a part of the production of that, and the development of the story, and the story between Natasha and Yelena, there is, I think, a way of doing it, a way of maintaining the integrity of the idea of human connection, family, disappointment, all of the things that were themes in Eleanor the Great, and doing it in a giant way in a giant universe. There's ways of doing that. So, yeah, definitely, it would be fun. Speaking about how Black Widow wasn't just all punches and explosions, it was also about family, pain, and that weirdly sweet bond between Natasha and Yelena. Scarlett Johansson noted that she's driven by those stories. So, while she might not return to the screen, Johansson is kinda hoping to direct a big, emotional MCU blockbuster. Johansson even admitted that if the Jewish part of the story didn't feel real to her, she wouldn't have done the film at all. That's how seriously she took the meaning of authenticity. And from the looks of it, Eleanor the Great isn't just a movie, it's a love letter to her roots, her family, and the strong women who came before her. Now, at 94, when Eleanor is pulled out of her roots following her best friend's demise and dropped in the bustling city, she finds it difficult to befriend someone, or even form a basic human connection. Amid difficulty in adjusting to the transition, while simultaneously longing for connection, Eleanor eventually comes across a 19-year-old journalism student, Nina, Erin Kellyman. While highlighting the absolute need for human connection, Scarlett Johansson's Eleanor the Great also tapped into the Jewish heritage and identity. Considering how Johansson herself belongs to the Jewish community, the actress drove her lens towards the local Jewish community center and delved into a very humane yet psychologically crooked side of Eleanor and her desperation to fit in. The Jewish identity piece of this story is something that I felt I could confidently execute because it's in my DNA. I grew up identifying as a Jewish kid growing up in New York. I had a grandmother who was not like Eleanor in some ways, but also kind of impossible and amazing, a very strong character, a very strong Jewish woman. And I think hopefully when you see the film, the authenticity of that comes through. If that piece didn't feel authentic to me, I probably wouldn't have touched this film. In Eleanor the Great, Scarlett Johansson didn't just put her director cap on, she also poured her personal roots into the story. For Johansson, this wasn't just a check-the-box cultural M.